let's talk about emails on this episode of Tech Explain. My name is Dara, and this is Tech Now, we have in the past years, even before I was born, we've had to use a means of communication to send letters between one place to the other. We used to write letters. I can remember the letters I used to write to my uncle back there to send which never done. Uh, but over the last few decades, it has come around to be that we are able to send this same sort of communication over electronic media, and that is what email is. Email is just mail over an electronic means. So emails come in different formats, either for personal use or for business use. Personal uses come when you need to send emails perhaps to friends and family members, majorly not for any business purpose or means of transacting business. Yes, sometimes people get to use personal emails for businesses, and there's a scenario where you actually have official email addresses where you have your email at your company website address.com or something like that, and that is the official email. And for personal emails, there are a lot of free services out there. Yeah, some of them are paid for premium services where you don't get ads and all sort of things. Popular examples of that are Yahoo, Gmail, Outlook, Rocket Mail, and all sort of them. And They come free most times. Even though I use paid email for my personal use, because I don't like to see ads. I like to have my emails secure automatically. So I pay the extra bucks to actually make sure I have that sort of security with my email service provider, and that is what I get out of it. And also, there's the business email. So I have a couple of businesses that I run. I also work for a company where I have separate email addresses for these businesses. And what it means that if there's need to have any official communication, what happens is that I transact business through those email addresses. So an ethical rule of thumb here is that for personal uses, use your personal emails. Let's say you're transacting personal business or talking to families and friends and relatives or whatever. What you want to do is ensure that you use your personal email addresses to achieve those purposes. Or you need to transact business emails or communication, use your business email addresses to actually transact that. And how do you separate these concerns? There's been concerns of having your work email on your phone, your personal email on your workplaces. What I normally advise in this scenario is that if you have a work laptop or work device that was issued to you, ensure that you only have work stuff on these kind of devices. But the thing is, how do you separate life now and work? Because maybe that's the only computer you actually get to use. What normally happens is organizations would have some sort of IT policy to ensure that business media and tools and whatever information or documents do not actually mix with your personal information on your device. And what happens is the organization actually can remotely wipe your device. For example, there was a time I was using a Windows Phone, and it happens that if I enter my password wrong a couple of times, what happens is that it sort of senses that the phone was stolen. So what happens is that it will automatically wipe my phone, all the data on it. So with that, I had my personal stuff on it. It will go alongside with it. So in some cases, your company might actually give you an official phone to use. So in times like that, it's just ethical to say that you shouldn't have personal stuff on those kind of devices because they are given to you for work purposes. So you do your work emails, you do your business communications on those devices, and you should actually be paid enough to actually have your own personal communication and emails on your own personal devices. Yes, there are cases I actually have my work emails on my phone, but what happens is I ensure when I'm sending emails, I check and recheck again that I'm sending from the right email address that is signed into my email application, because I wouldn't want to send work information through my personal email and then it's sort of does not conform with the policy of the company I work with and lead to some sort of trouble for me or the person that is receiving the email message. So the purpose of this video this episode is to actually tell you that yes, you can have your work emails on your personal phones or your personal emails on your work devices, but what happens is check and be sure that information is not mixing with each other. So when you need to send work emails, send them from your work email address. If you need to send personal emails, send them from your personal email addresses. And also what you should try to also do is for the email services you use, either free or paid, try to ensure that you enable what we call two-factor authentication, because there have been cases these days where people need to get access. Hackers, bad guys want to get access to your emails, and the only thing they can do is they would force your passwords. But if you have something like two-factor authentication configured, what it does for you is that it enables you to be able to verify on a second level that you are who you say you are before accessing your emails, applications, and services. This applies even beyond emails. So what you want to ensure you do is once you sign up for your email, you can check the help section for your email service provider and see how you can enable two-factor authentication or multi-factor authentication. For someone like me, I actually do multi-factor authentication where if I need to sign into my work PC, I can either use my face or my fingerprint or an authentication code that is sent to my mobile app on my phone. So before you sign into my email, maybe you put first my password, maybe it's possible you can do that. You are not able to get access to my phone. I actually do that second level of authentication to have access to my email. So you might want to actually do that at the second level of protection for your email addresses. And that is it. That is what I want to talk about on this episode of Tech Explained. I hope I was able to pass a message across to you. If you like this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. And if you like to get notifications when I post new videos, go ahead and click the subscribe button so you can get notifications when I post new videos. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.